So a purpose for me starting this channel was to kind of pass along my past failures or my experiences or what I've learned or what I've picked up in different areas of my life and kind of relay that onto you and hopefully maybe inspire you to go out and take action or help you get out of a rut, get more productive or whatever it may be. It's just to kind of help inspire you to maybe live a more successful life, whatever success means for you, as we all have different definitions of what success truly is. And what better way to share that with you or pass it along than bringing you along with me during this journey that I'm about to go on. And I'm going to be starting a new business, and that's going to be drop shipping. And I don't really have much experience within dropship, and I know kind of what it is. I have my own print-on-demand store for my photography, but it's not really anything that I've tried to push or anything like that. Whereas this, I'm going to be trying to go all in on this, so I don't really have any background in it. I don't really know any information. So maybe if you're a beginner and you're wanting to go into drop shipping as well, you can kind of follow along with me, and then maybe we can share experiences. Or maybe if you just wanted to join along, see the failures that I go through and hopefully the successes as well. This is kind of my goal with this video, and make it into a series where it's just kind of bringing you along. I'm not really sure the cadence of it, if it's going to be like weekly or monthly. I feel like maybe at the start it might be monthly, because at the start it might be a lot of research and learning what I have to do, what dropshipping is, and just how to get started. So I feel like a lot of it's going to be in the learning phase. So I'm not sure if it's going to be monthly, and then I'll just kind of update you along the way, and maybe you can just stay along with me. Maybe you can start a business as well with me, and then you can kind of track your success, because I feel like a lot of times people want to have that overnight success, and they see different businesses or people getting rich like overnight, but that rarely happens. So I'm going to bring you along, show you all the failures, what I do, what I don't do, and just kind of my logic behind it. And with this, I don't really have much experience within dropshipping. Like I said, all I really have is knowledge within marketing, because I'm currently a digital marketer. So I don't really have too much knowledge with drop shipping, but I do know some marketing. So hopefully that'll help translate into that, where I know a little bit of social ads. I know how to make websites. So that might be a little bit easier. But there's going to be a lot of stuff that I'm going to have to learn along the way. And part of that is drop shipping and the whole business in general, because I have never done this before. And this is kind of my first business. I've started another business before, but it didn't end too well. It was just basically one giant failure. So hopefully this is going to be a bunch of failures, but also a bunch of successes along the way. And I'm just going to kind of document that and share it with you. And another thing that's going to also keep me motivated, or at least hopefully help me keep on going and have a successful business down the road, is I'm going to also have a partner in on this, a business partner. So we're going to be doing it together. We're keeping each other motivated, and we're currently in the learning phase. We both don't have any experience within drop shipping. So we're going to be talking with each other, teaching each other, and hopefully two heads are better than one. That's usually what they say. But one thing I've noticed is whenever I typically start something new, I get extremely motivated. I want to keep going nonstop. I have all this energy to keep going and keep doing what I'm doing. And that's one thing I'm going to have to try and monitor, make sure that that motivation, that energy stays with me, just because when I start something new, I always get that all that motivation where I want to go 200% and just keep going. And I got to make sure that I don't know if I want to stay level with it or if I want to go really hard and then somehow keep that motivation and that energy level up. Whereas when it just goes like this, instead of going like that, we want to keep it either going like this and just kind of slowly go up, or just stay steady. But we got to make sure that it doesn't just go like this and drop off. And that's one big aspect of it. And within the first week, it's going to be a lot of learning. I'm going to go on YouTube, watch a bunch of videos. And then after that, we're going to be going and meeting with each other, kind of talking over what we met, and then brainstorming. So I'm going to be bringing you along throughout the journey, what I learn, what I go to, and maybe you can just watch that stuff as well, or go to it, learn it as well. Or maybe if you have your own stuff that you do currently watch, or helpful resources that you've used in the past, you could share that with me, and then maybe that could help me out as well. So I'm going to share everything that I do, my thinking behind it, our thinking, because I do have a partner, so our thinking, our plan and our strategy kind of going into it. And then maybe you can also just take what we take and take the stuff that you like and implement it on your business, or whatever you want to do, and maybe it'll help you get motivation to want to take action on something that you've been wanting to pursue, or maybe you wanted to start a business, or maybe you want to start drop shipping as well. Maybe it'll just give you that motivation to maybe come along with me in this journey, and then we can share failure, successes, and help network together and hopefully generate profitable businesses in the process. And my buddy already sent me this guy that I have to watch, or not really have to watch, but he recommended him for dropshipping and just watching all of his tutorials and playlists on YouTube. So that's what I'm going to be doing at first, and I'm just going to be going through all of his playlists and learning as much as possible about dropshipping and first action steps that we need to take. So the past 5 days was basically just spent watching YouTube videos. I watched a whole playlist on dropshipping, and I watched a few other guys' videos on dropshipping and just how it goes. And I'll basically go over what I learned from it, and I'll link those also in the description below if you feel like going through the playlist or watching those videos that I watched. And basically what I learned from all the videos that I watched is you got to create a branded product. You want to create a good product that doesn't really look like it just got shipped out of a factory in China and just got shipped right to them. You want to create a good product, or find a good product that you would actually use. Create a brand, put your logo on it. So you got to create a logo, and you can talk with the suppliers and talk out a deal with them that they'll actually put your logo on the product so it looks like it's a little bit more good and it's not just being shipped right out of China. So that's the first one, and that's kind of how you create that sustainable product that's actually going to keep getting that revenue that comes in, and it's going to create a whole business instead of just creating a product that people just go and buy. So it's more about creating a business instead of creating a product that people just come and buy. And the next lesson that I learned was do your market research, look up products that are selling, are currently being advertised, and look at the different competition in there and just do your research there. And I've done quite a bit of this already. This can just help you find different products that you can actually sell, and other products that are actually selling, where you can just go to their website, see if they're actually selling or if people are actually buying. And this is just a good way to find out different products that you can actually be successful with. And when you're just starting out, you don't want to pick a product that you're passionate about, and you want to pick a product that's actually trending or that's actually selling. And I heard a quote, and I also heard it in a video, that people don't really buy your passion. They aren't really going to see a product and be like, oh, this guy's passionate about it, I'm going to buy it. And I also heard a quote, I forget who it was, it might have been Mark Cuban, but he basically said you don't want to do or follow your passion. You want to do what other people won't do, and that's where all the money's at, because no one wants to do that. So basically find something that no one really wants to do, go out and do it. And that's kind of the main reason why you don't want to follow your passion, because sure, it's great to follow your passion, you're going to love what you do, but at the same time, people aren't going to support you just because you're passionate about it. So that's one thing that I learned, is finding something, especially when you're just starting out, finding something that's going to sell and help you learn along the way. And then maybe once you get there, you can find something that you are more passionate about, and then you can pursue that more. When you're starting out, it's going to be a little bit different, where you're actually going to be shipping unbranded products straight from China. And basically this is just to see if there's actually a market for that product, to see if it's actually going to sell. And within those first few weeks, you're going to be able to see if people are actually willing to buy it. And if they are, that's when you start branding your product, because you don't want to buy that upfront cost, because there's a minimum order quantity, I think it's called. And if you're doing bread and drop shipping, you're gonna have to buy a minimum, I don't know what it is, but MOQ or something like that. But basically you have to buy that minimum amount, and with the first few weeks you aren't doing that, and you don't have to buy that. So that's basically what you want to do to see if there's actually a market for your product. The next one is more on the business side and the website, and that's creating automations for emails and texts, and basically just following up with them. If they have an abandoned cart, you want to make sure that you're sending emails and automations for emails and texts, basically saying, hey, we noticed that you still have an abandoned cart, here's a little discount, we appreciate you supporting us. And I heard that these automations are extremely important, and they actually account for a lot of the profit or the revenue that you end up making. So automations for emails and texts are extremely important. And then when you have your product figured out, you want to figure out other products that you can pair with it so you can cross-sell and upsell. And I heard that this is another big area of generating more revenue for yourself. And we got to figure out what our product is, and then different products that you can pair with it. So if it's clothing, say leggings, maybe something that you can pair with it with your sweater, or maybe there's something that you can pair with it, socks. or a scarf. It's just finding something that you can cross and upsell, and that helps out a lot. And lastly, when you're first starting out, you're going to have a lot of upfront costs. Maybe not a lot, but you're going to have some upfront costs. So you're going to have to be willing to spend a little bit to make a little bit. And basically what I heard, if you're within the first few weeks and you're just trying this out, you're just starting, if you're breaking even, that's really good. So that's probably going to be a starting point for us when we're first starting out, is trying to break even. So if we're able to break even, that's awesome, and that's a bonus in our opinion. So the main goal is just starting out, maybe the first few weeks to a month, is break even, find our product, and then go from there, start branding, and try and push it hard once we get that branded product. So basically the last 5 days we're watching those YouTube videos, and then after that we have a meeting today. It's going to be pretty shortly here. I'm going to be meeting with him, and basically what we're doing is kind of setting goals for this. We're going to be deciding what we're going to want to do. We're also coming to this meeting a little bit prepared with different products that we found that we could try out, and then we're going to compare see which ones that we have, and then maybe if we both have two similar products, two of the same products, maybe we'll put those at the top and then maybe pursue those, or we'll just kind of compare and contrast, see what products we came to the meeting with, set up some goals, and basically go from there. So far it's just been learning from YouTube videos and doing a little bit of product research. We're going to be meeting today for the first time about the dropshipping. We've been texting here and there, that's about it. So this is our first meeting. We're going to see how that goes, and we'll pick it up after that. So we got our first meeting today. My partner's in a little bit of an unfortunate circumstance. He's currently in the hospital, but he's grinding through, and we're going to be pulling through. There he is. Got the face mask on because he dislocated his knee. So we're going to still be going through this and just kind of going over what our next steps are, and just kind of planning that out a little bit, and hopefully be able to get some of these steps implemented within these next few days, next few weeks or whatever, and hopefully get some products shipped and then get working on our site. So today's the next day, and we had a really good productive call where we went over a lot of stuff. We kind of narrowed it down to our top favorite products. And today we also had another call because there were still a lot of unanswered questions after our call, and stuff that we wanted to get sorted out, make sure we're on the same page, and figure out our next action steps. Because during our call we set some really ambitious goals, and one of those ambitious goals was choosing a product and starting emailing or messaging the suppliers to see if we can bargain with the price and get it down a little bit and get those shipped out to us. Because one of our ambitious goals was choosing the product today and then getting it shipped to us as soon as possible. And that was, I think, November 6th. We wanted to have the samples at least shipped to us so we could at least be able to test the product to make sure it's a good product before we actually do launch the site. And this is kind of a hurdle that we ran into, where we were expecting to get the site launched, running ads, and being able to target for the holiday season coming up, because Christmas is only about 2 months away, and then I don't even know if we'd be able to hit any other holidays like American Thanksgiving, or just maybe Black Friday or Cyber Monday. I'm not sure when Cyber Monday is. Maybe Cyber Monday's gone, but being able to hit those holiday season and buying purchases. But we think we went with the longer term play instead of just skipping ordering the samples and just choosing a product right away, throwing it on the site and hope that it works and hope that we get a bunch of sales. And I don't even know if that would be a good short-term play, because we might run into a lot of logistical errors, getting maybe, this is absolute best case scenario, getting way too many orders and then just not being able to fill, or just too many people reaching out saying, hey, where's my product? What's going on? I wanted it for Christmas, and not getting it. And then we're dealing with a lot of upset customers. So we're hopefully going with the long-term play here, taking our time. We're not going to try and rush it. We're going to try and nail down the product that we do want. We're going to be nailing that down, hopefully getting that shipped out either tonight or tomorrow. Actually, not shipped out, but talking to the suppliers, getting that shipped out within the next week, and then hopefully get the products within the next 2 to 4 weeks, sample them out, see what we like. And I think we have narrowed it down pretty close to our top product, or what we want to go around. So that's really good progress. And a lot of our call from today was figuring out what we actually wanted to go with, which product we wanted to choose, And if we did want to take the shortcut, or if we did want to play the long-term game, we're building a brand here, we're building a business. So that's kind of what we went with. We didn't want to take any shortcuts and potentially risking our long-term game for short-term gain, I guess. And so that's kind of how we played it out. And that was one of our big struggles within the first week of launching this. And we didn't really anticipate the ship times to be taken 2 to 4 weeks. Like, we did think about that, but if it's taken 14 days and we got to ship it to us first, get the samples, and then it's going to take 14 days to get to the customers that end up buying it, by the time we get the sample, our site launched, and then people buying the product, they might not be able to get the product in time for Christmas. So I think we might even be able to, we might get lucky if we are able to get the product before November 15th and hopefully be able to get that really quick turnaround. But I'm not going to be betting on that. I don't think we will be able to make it for the holiday season, but hopefully we're able to get the site launched. I'm hoping by December, January, and then be able to get our first sale within December or January whenever we decide to launch it. And then we do have another goal of 10,000 in 1 month, and I'm not sure if that's going to be in our first month or in our second month, but that's going to be another goal that we set for ourselves. And we set a bunch of other goals just to keep us on track, know which way we're going, and just stuff that we're able to do right now so we know which direction that we're going in. So that was basically our first week of starting this dropshipping business, and it was a lot of learning and a lot of learning curves, and there's probably going to be a lot more in the future. And I'll probably be venturing back onto any YouTube videos or looking up any blogs if we do have any future questions to get answered. So the learning doesn't stop here. We're just going to continue learning. We won't be spending as much time learning, hopefully, and we're going to be able to implement, take some action. And that's one of our main things that we kind of talked about, is actually taking action, because it'll never be the perfect time. So it's just about taking that action and moving forward and trying to get that ball rolling. So that's going to be our main goal right now, narrowing down that product. So next time, I'm not sure how much of this we'll have done. Hopefully we'll have the samples done, we'll have our product chosen, we'll have our business chosen as well, or name or set up, or everything like that, and also our website as well. That'll be done hopefully, and then potentially getting the social ads up and running, or at least ready, or a plan behind that. So we'll be tuning in. This will probably be maybe a month from now, just because I feel like a lot of waiting will be taking place, because we're going to have to order the samples, and the samples are going to take a couple weeks to 4 weeks. So there's going to be a little period in there. So I'm not sure how much longer it's going to be before I do get the next update out, but that's going to be on the next update video, and maybe any other failures or stuff that we're learning along the way, I'll also update you on that as well. So if you are interested in joining me along this journey, be sure to subscribe below. You can follow me on Instagram. I'm pretty sure it's just Tyler Sinden. It'll be in the description. I'm not really sure what it is. I think Tyler Sinden makes sense. So be sure to follow me on Instagram. I don't post much on there, but you can follow me. So next time I'll come with a bunch more updates, probably some more failures, some more learning curves along the way, and hopefully some successes as well. Maybe we'll have the site launched. Maybe we'll even have our first sale. But as always, thanks for watching, and let's level up.